Please understand, it is not important to work harder, very, very important to work sharper. I repeat, it is not important to work harder, very, very important to work sharper. Similarly, many of my student friends are studying for 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, sometimes 8 hours a day, 5 days, 6 days, sometimes all 7 days of the week. For all practical purposes, one of your classmates studying only for 4 hours a day, only 5 days a week, still getting more marks than I am getting in the examination. I repeat, still getting more marks than I am getting in the examination entirely because the person is studying sharper. The question is, are you studying sharper or are you studying harder? To show you how to work sharper, right now I am going to share a small video. My dear friends, I hope the video is is visible to you. And this video is about a memory demonstration. I want all of you to look at the video.
Given the objects, many of them, and they are able to recall the right moment by using the recalling techniques. Number 1, calendar. 2, milk. 3, fan. 15, ink. 16, television. 28, radio. 29, mobile. 30, cat. Now we have given these 30 objects and we have fed them like computers. Let us see whether all these people know all the objects. Okay, let us start at random. You tell me, number 18. Little louder, very good. What about you, 29?
29 is the mobile.
Okay. These people are so good that they can tell you the object is equal to number is equal to object. Aeroplane. 17. Very good. Cupboard.
Cupboard is 11.
11. Speaker.
Speaker 20.
20. And 26.
26 is ring.
Ring. Tell me all the objects from 1 to 30, please.
1 calendar, 2 milk, 3 fan, 4 is camera, 5 is battery, 6 is chair, 7 is cow, 8 is window, 9 is carpet, 10 is bulb, 11 is cupboard, 12 is shirt, 13 is pen, 14 is dog, 15 is ink, 16 is television, 17 is aeroplane, 18 is Madhuri Dixit, 19 is video, 20 is speaker, 21 is net, 22 is injection, 23 is name tag, 24 is bat, 25 is candle, 26 is ring, 27 is shoes, 28 is radio, 29 is mobile, and 30 is cat.
Now, can you tell me all the objects from 30 back to 1?
30 cat, 29 is mobile, 28 is radio, 27 is shoes, 26 ring, 25 candle, 24 is bat, 23 is name tag, 22 is injection, 21 is net, 20 is speaker, 19 is video, 18 is Madhuri Dixit, 17 is aeroplane, 16 is TV, 15 is ink, 14 is dog, 13 is pen, 12 is shirt, 11 is cupboard, 10 is bulb, 9 is carpet, 8 is windows, 7 is cow, 6 is chair, 5 is battery, 4 is camera, 3 is fan, 2 is milk, and 1 is calendar.
Okay.
Okay. My dear friends, I'll keep the chat box open. How many of you, I don't know, according to me, there are about 250 people attending this webinar. How many of you would like to improve your memory like this? Type in the chat box, yes. If somebody does not want to improve memory, then type no. Let me see how many of you can type and let me know, and let me understand how many of you are very good. Everybody is typing yes, yes, yes. My dear friends, if I can improve my memory like this, I just need to read the textbook only once, and that is the end of it. And a lot of your efforts can be brought down. Okay, let us go ahead with the training of memory, and then let me tell you what are the practical applications. Now, all of you, wherever you are, all of you, wherever you are, gently close your eyes. I repeat, gently close your eyes. For the next 5 or 10 minutes, I am going to tell you a beautiful story. I repeat, for the next 5 or 10 minutes, I am going to tell you a beautiful story, and you need to remember the whole story the way I told you verbatim. All right, let us start. Gently close your eyes and visualize whatever I am saying. Imagine you are in a jungle. Imagine you are in a jungle. When you visited the jungle, to your surprise, there was a big marriage going on in the jungle. The big marriage going on in the jungle. When you visited the jungle and the marriage, they gave a huge mango as a presentation. Huge mango as a presentation. You wanted to cut the mango, so you did not find anything, so you cut it open with a scissors. The moment you cut the mango open with the scissors, you found gold coins falling down from inside the mango. You wanted to check how sweet is this gold coin, so you put it in your throat. The moment you put it in your throat, it got stuck there and you started frantically looking for a doctor. Doctor is from Dubai. He's sitting on a camel and coming to you. Sitting on the camel, the doctor is reading a huge newspaper, and the front page of the newspaper shows the picture of Rajiv Gandhi. Okay, now let us check whether you know the story. All of you, let your eyes be closed and answer my questions in your mind, or if you are at home, you can talk loudly. Now my first question, where were you in the beginning? Where were you in the beginning? My next question, you are in the jungle. All right. What was happening in the jungle? Jungle, there was a marriage happening. And when you went to marriage, what did they give you? They gave you a mango. And how did you cut the mango? You cut the mango with the scissors. The moment you cut the mango with the scissors, what fell down? Gold coins fell down. And you wanted to, where did you put your gold coin? In the throat. It got stuck in your throat. Whom did you call? The doctor. Doctor is coming from, sitting on what? He's sitting on the camel and coming to you. Sitting on the camel, doctor is reading what? He's reading a huge newspaper. And the front page shows what? Shows the picture of Rajiv Gandhi. Let us continue the story. Let your eyes be closed. Okay, the moment you think of Rajiv Gandhi, you think of an aeroplane, because once upon a time, Rajiv Gandhi was a pilot. Rajiv Gandhi's aeroplane, all the passengers are monkeys, except one beautiful little girl. The girl got terrified of the monkeys, started shouting for police. Police came holding torch in their hands. One of the torches fell down and the whole aeroplane went for a big explosion. Went for a big explosion. Now let us start from the beginning. We were in the beginning, jungle. What was going on there? Marriage. What did they give you? Mango. How did you cut it? Scissors. What fell down? Gold coin. Where did you put them? Throat. It got stuck in the throat. Whom did you call? Doctor. Doctor comes on what? Camel. What is he reading? Newspaper. Front page of newspaper, Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi, you think of aeroplane. Aeroplane, passengers are monkeys, except one beautiful girl. Girl shouted for police. Police came holding torch in their hands. One of the torches fell down and the whole aeroplane went for a Let me ask you, type it in the chat box. The whole aeroplane went for a, let me check in the chat box, explosion. Very good. Super thick is saying explosion. Everybody type so that I know you are still active, because in Bangalore, in some of these schools where the online classes are going on, what the children are doing is put one photograph here in front of the camera, so that the teacher thinks the teacher thinks the student is there. Then the student is roaming all around the house and he is playing video games. I hope the same thing is not happening. Everybody is typing explosion. Very good. Now, my dear friends, I will continue the story. Explosion becomes beautiful cloud. Explosion becomes beautiful cloud. Cloud passes on a huge garden. Garden is full of diamonds. And you started putting all those diamonds into the bag. Suddenly you realized getting so many diamonds is not a reality. So you opened your eyes and that was a dream. The moment you opened your eyes, you found your mother in front of you. She was sprinkling water to your eyes. You got up from the bed, had your breakfast, then you wanted to have good digestion, so you started cycling inside your own house. Now, all of us together from the beginning, and I'm going to go very fast, and let us see whether we can remember. Where were in the beginning? Jungle. What was going on there? Marriage. What did they give you? Mango. How did you cut it? Gold, scissors. What fell down? Gold coin. Where did you put it? Throat. It got stuck, and whom did you call? Doctor. Doctor comes on what? Camel. Camel, what is he reading? Reading newspaper. Front page, Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi is in aeroplane. All the passengers are monkeys, except one beautiful girl. Girl shouted for police. Police came with torch. Torch fell down. What happened? Explosion. Now I want to ask some questions to my young boys. Explosion becomes beautiful cloud. Now I'm looking at the chat box. Cloud passed on a. Let me ask a question. Cloud passed on a. Cloud passed on a garden. Very good. Children are typing. Children are typing garden. And garden is full of diamonds. And where did you put the diamonds? Where did you put the diamonds? I'm waiting for bag. Very good. Everybody is typing bag. And then, my dear friend, was it a reality? No, it was a dream. And you opened your eyes. You opened your eyes. Who was standing in front of you? Who was standing in front of you? Mother. Very good. Everybody is. Now, Pune people are very intelligent. Unlike Sholapur and Aurangabad. I went to Sholapur and Aurangabad. I have to tell you something very interesting. I conducted a workshop in Sholapur for 7 days. 7 days workshop on personality development in Sholapur. All right, on everybody was sitting, nobody was laughing even when I'm telling a joke. On the 7th day, all of them came in a delegation, and they came and told me, Dr. Bharath Chandra, Marathi sangla. That means all 7 days they have not understood anything. Unlike Pune students are very intelligent. All right. So mother is standing in front of you. What is she putting on your face? What is she putting on your face? Water. Very good. After that, what did you eat? After that, what did you eat? And then I'm waiting, and that is the note. Let me see. After the sprinkling of water, what did you eat? Breakfast. And what did you inside the house? Cycling. Now, my dear friends, I am presenting one beautiful slide in front of you. I want all of you to look at this wonderful slide. Very good. Now, can you see the slide in front of you? Jungle, marriage, mango, blah, 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 and finally breakfast and cycle. Sometime back, when I was showing you my memory demonstration with a set of volunteers, it was looking like PC Sarkar magic. PC Sarkar magic. But when you are able to look at the slides, can you see all these 25 words you know as though you know them from childhood? Can you see this? You know them as though you know them from childhood. That is the beauty of a beautiful technique called linking technique. My dear friends, this beautiful technique is called linking technique. The linking technique is like a keychain. In the keychain, the first ring corresponds with the second ring. Second ring corresponds to the third ring. Third ring is in the touch with the fourth ring, so on and so forth. Similarly, if you look at my series of words, you can see the moment you think of jungle, you only think of marriage. The moment I think of marriage, mango comes into picture. The moment I think of mango, scissors come into picture, so on and so forth. That means in this beautiful memory technique, you need to remember only the first word, jungle. Rest of them are automatically coming to you. Rest of them are automatically coming to you. Now, I just want to check your memory because Dr. Lawrence told me that the students in Pune are very intelligent. I just wanted to check. So, what I will do is I will hide the slide from you. I will hide the slide from you, and then I'll ask questions, and you need to answer my questions in your mind. Okay, I will not tell the answer. You have to tell the answers. Okay, where were you in the beginning? What was going on there? There is no need to type. Do it in your mind. And what did they give you in the marriage? How did you cut it? What fell down? You put it in where? Throat. It got stuck, and whom did you call? Doctor comes on what? What is he reading? What is on the front page of the newspaper? The moment you think of Rajiv Gandhi, whom do you think? What do you think? Who are the passengers in the aeroplane? Except one beautiful girl. Girl shouted for. Police came with. Torch fell down. What happened? Explosion passes on a huge garden. Garden is full of. Where did you put those diamonds? Was it a reality? And then, who is in front of you? What is she sprinkling on your face? You got up from the bed. What did you have? And what did you do inside the house? Cycling. Very good. Now I hope you know everything. I am going to present the same slide once again, and now you'll be amazed that all these words you know. And to be very to tell you more surprising thing, if I tell you jungle, you will tell me up to cycle. If I tell you cycle, you will be able to go reverse from cycle to jungle very easily. After my program is over, my suggestion is, and this slide is in front of you, in case you are in the Facebook, it may be live there. And my dear friend, check whether you know forwards and reverse. Very good. My next question to all of you: what is the practical application of this wonderful technology called linking? I repeat, what is the practical application of this wonderful technology called linking? and I am looking at the chat box to get some idea of what my dear young children think. Where can I use this? Joining the dots. Okay. Super thick is to always sharing. Very good. First to share always and joining the dots. Okay. I'm waiting for the answers. Where can I use this linking technology? The moment I show you the practical application, you will wonder, oh my goodness, if I knew linking, probably in my 10th standard, 12th standard, I would have got rank in the whole university, highest in the university. My dear friends, if you carefully observe, there are only three methods of memory development. I repeat, there are only three methods of memory development. First technique of improving memory is called as ingenious techniques, ingenious methods. The first technique of improving memory, ingenious technique, is called linking technique. How can I use linking in my textbook? In Commerce College, it can be used very effectively. I repeat, it can be used very effectively. You can remember the whole textbook. Let me tell you how it can be used. My next question to all of you. In the textbook, if you look at the textbook, the authors write in paragraphs. I'm now looking at the chat box, so let me see whether everybody is going to participate. In the textbook, if you look at the chapters, every chapter is written in paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. Why do the authors write in paragraph? I want answers from the children. I'm waiting for the chat box to buzz and I'm waiting to make a story linking so that you can relate to. Okay, okay. I'm waiting. About 5, 6 people have typed, and I believe there are about 2,500 children. Of course, children and the mother and father may also may be listening, and easy learning and understanding to relate to next story for linking different big chunks of story. And my dear friends, the correct answer is the authors write in paragraphs because one paragraph represents only one idea. I repeat, one paragraph has only one idea. The moment the idea changes, paragraph changes. I repeat, when the idea changes, paragraph changes. That means to say that one paragraph has one idea, and that idea can be called as the key word. The idea can be called as the key word. For example, at the end of this webinar, I will show you how to form a beautiful linking series practically by using a particular chapter. But before that, let me tell you, let us imagine for all practical purposes, the first paragraph deals with jungle. Second paragraph deals with marriage. Third paragraph deals with gold coins. Fourth paragraph deals with scissors. The last paragraph, let me ask you this question to all my young students. The last paragraph deals with what topic? The last paragraph of the model series deals with what topic? Cycling. Very, very good. Everybody is intelligent. Not a single person typing wrongly. Cycling. Let us imagine I go to examination. Question comes, write about the jungle. Write about the jungle. Let us imagine the chapter is called Jungle Chapter. Now you remember jungle, 5 sentences. You remember marriage, 5 sentences. You remember mango, 5 sentences. And it all comes to 3 pages. You write one point, 5 sentences. 1.5 sentences. It comes to about 5 pages. The examiner is very intelligent. He's going on saying, where is the point? Where is the point? Where is the point? Oh, here is a point. Here is a point. Out of 25, you get 24 marks. I repeat, out of 25, you get 24 marks because you written all the points correctly. But normally, what happens in the examination, I will tell you. Let us imagine my friend Siddhi Mandhare. One of my student friend is there, so Siddhi Mandhare. She goes to examination. Question comes right about the jungle. She remembers only 3 or 4 things. Jungle, then she remembers gold coin, she remembers Rajiv Gandhi, and she remembers garden. And with 4 points, she goes on writing 30 pages. She writes 30 pages answers. How does she write with only 4 points? How to write 30 pages? You know the answer? No. Ashoka was a great king. King was Ashoka was great. Great was King Ashoka. Forward and reverse the same thing all over the paper. Forward and reverse the same thing and all over the paper. And she goes home and tells the mother, Mom, Mummy, this time I'm getting high first class because I wrote answers in 30 pages. Unfortunately, examiner is not as intelligent as you are. He's going on saying, where is the point? Where is the point? Only 4 points out of 25, only 4 marks, and Siddhi fails very miserably. Whereas Ishant Chaudhary is there in your college. Ishant Chaudhary, he has written only 2 pages, but is getting 24 marks. Then Siddhi Mandare is telling, I think Ishant Chaudhary must have paid some money to all the teachers. Otherwise, why the teacher will give so much marks? This is what happens most of the time. Children think that they are writing so many things, but there is no point at all. One of the wonderful techniques of improving memory is via linking technique. Via linking technique. I said there are 3 methods of memory development. The first one is called ingenious technique. The second technique of improving memory is called as pegging technique. Pegging technique. The moment I ask what is pegging technique, all my student friends will tell me, sir, pegging technique we know. My father every day night 1 or 2 pegs and total improvement of memory next day morning. Dear friends, I am not talking about that pegging. I am talking about the peg has got a different meaning. I am not talking about 60 ml, 90 ml. I am not talking about soda. The Gandhi ji ne bola soda. You know what is that? Gandhi ji ne bola the daru soda. So, I am not the daru soda is different for people. I am not talking about that soda. I am talking about pegging. My dear friends, peg has got one more beautiful word, beautiful meaning. Have you seen a cycle? Have you seen a circus tent? Yes. This circus tent, they put it on the ground by big, hooks on the ground. They hammer a big hook on the ground, and that is called a peg. Have you seen the ceiling fan hanging on the roof? And there is a small hook that is called a peg. You have seen the bathroom, and in the door there are some pegs. There are some hooks to put the clothes. They are called pegs. The pegging technique can be beautifully improved, can be beautifully employed to improve your memory. All right, to give an example of pegging technique, I am going to tell you a beautiful story. My suggestion is, my dear friends, my suggestion is kindly close your eyes for the next few minutes until I tell you, let your eyes be closed. Wherever you are sitting, close your eyes. Very good. My dear friend, imagine, 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 huh? Allah. Imagine there is a lamp post, all right? On the lamp post, hydrogen balloon is helium gas balloon is floating. It is tied to the lamp post. Number two, imagine your knee joints are replaced by two coconuts. Your knee joints are replaced with two coconuts. Number three is auto rickshaw, three-wheeler auto rickshaw. Imagine your mother is driving a auto rickshaw. Your mother is driving a auto rickshaw. Number four is a car. Imagine on the highway the car stopped, and then you are carrying the car on your shoulders. Two of you, three of you are holding the car on the shoulders and moving because car is now damaged. Car is now got spoiled. Number five, number five is a policeman. Have you seen the policeman standing like this everywhere? Policeman standing like this means halt and proceed. So number five is a policeman. Imagine a policeman is showing five fingers at you to stop, and imagine number five. Instead of the policeman in Pune, one of the that Deccan Chowk, instead of the policeman, a donkey is giving signals. Donkey is giving signals. Number six, my dear friends, number six is a hook. Number six is a hook. Imagine you have put one hook on your jaw. On your jaw, you have put a big hook. Number seven, my dear friends, number seven, imagine number seven is a key. Number seven is a key. Number eight has got two loops. So number eight looks like F. Number eight looks like F. So imagine number eight is a fox. All right. Number eight is a fox. All right. Number eight is a fox. Number nine looks like P. If you put the number nine in the or number nine planets, imagine there are nine planets. Imagine there are nine planets, and the planets are coming to Earth, and they are carrying Aishwarya Rai and going. Aishwarya Rai and going to their planet. Number 10, my dear friend, is a toes. There are 10 toes. Number 10. Imagine you have put the lipstick. You have put the lipstick on your toes. You put lipstick on your toes. So now, my dear young friends, what I'm going to do is I'll repeat again. Number one is a lamp post because it's like look number one, and there is helium gas balloons going on. Number two, there are two knee joints, so you can see coconuts instead of the knee joint. Number three is auto rickshaw, your mother is driving. Number four is car, you're carrying the car on the shoulders and going, so you can think of yourself as number four. Number five is a policeman, instead of a policeman, donkey standing. Number six is a hook, and you're putting hook on your jaw. Number seven looks like a key, and number seven looks like a key. And my dear friend, number seven is a table. Let us imagine number seven is a table. You're putting the key and opening the table. Number eight, F looks like double F, and then number eight is a fox. Number nine planets coming and carrying Aishwarya Rai and going to their planet. 10 is a toe. You are putting the lipstick. So what I will do, my dear friends, first I will check that whether you know. Similarly, 11, 12, 13, 14, I can go until 100 like this. But for the practical purposes, today's purposes, online purposes, 10 is more than enough. So now let me see how many children are very attentive and very intelligent and very imaginative. Now you know what I'm going to say? First, I'm going to say number one. And in the chat box, what are you going to type? The moment I say number one, you say not lamp, you're going to put number one. The moment I say number one, you're going to put the hydrogen balloon. You're going to put the hydrogen balloon, helium gas, helium balloon. When I say number two, what are you going to type? When I say number two, what are you going to type? Let me see how many you can remember. My legion, coconut. When I say three, what do you remember? When I say three, what do you remember? Number three, what do you remember? Mother. When I say four, what do you remember? Number four is the car. Number four is the car. Okay, car or yourself. Number five, what do you remember? Number five, what do you remember? Let me see. Number five, not the police. Policeman is normal. You have to think of donkey. Policeman is replaced with a donkey. When I say six, what do you remember? When I say six, what do you remember? Hook and the jaw. Most important thing is the jaw. Number seven, what do you remember? Table. Very good. Number seven is equal to table. Number eight, what do you remember? Number eight, what remember? Fox. Very good. Number nine, what remember? Number nine, that everybody will remember very fast. Number nine, nobody will forget. No, no, not planets. Planets are number nine. But what is the planet carrying? Aishwarya Rai. That nobody will forget. Aishwarya Rai. Number 10, what remember? Number 10, what remember? Waiting for the toast, but what did you put there? Lipstick. Very, very good. My dear friend, this method of improving your memory number by number is called as the pegging system of memory. Pegging system of memory. The third method of improving memory. Now, what are the practical application of pegging? I will tell you before the end of the session. I'll give you an idea. Let us imagine pegging technique. I have already given you a clue. Number one is helium, no? In the atomic table, number one represents helium. That is why for lamp post, I asked you to imaginarily tie the helium balloon. Helium balloon. So similarly, the pegging technique can be utilized for remembering the periodic table. Then you can remember sections of the law. Then you can remember Indian Penal Code. Then you can remember so many things. The third method of improving memory is called as the memory chains. Memory chains. Now let me ask you a question. What do you mean by a memory chain? What do you mean by memory chain? Let me know whether any of my young students can remember it. What do you mean by memory chain? For example, something very interesting. Something very interesting. When you are very young, when you are very young, when you are in the school, your teacher told you there are seven rays of light. There are seven colors in the rays of light. And the seven rays are called as Vip Gaya. So very intelligent teacher, she made one memory chain using the Vip Gaya. What do you mean by Vip Gaya? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Everybody knows I can go forwards, backwards, no problem. So I remember, it is very important to remember all the seven colors in the same order as it comes in the rainbow. Now, another teacher was very intelligent. She wanted to make you remember the planets. There are 9 planets. Now it has become eight, huh? Now it has become eight because I think which one went off? Pluto. Pluto went off. But still, this is an old classification. My dear friends, uh, your teacher was very intelligent. She said to remember the planet, she made one beautiful chain. The chain is my very educated mother just showed us 9 planets. My means what? Mercury, Venus, Earth. M stands for Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Pluto, I think, is gone now. Anyway, my very educated mother just showed us 9 planets. If the teacher would not have told you this, you would have been still doing research whether Mercury comes first or Neptune comes first. You will be in a great, great problem. This is called memory. This is called memory chain. When I was in the medical college, there were a lot of things to remember in the medical college, and there is one beautiful there is a joint called wrist joint, and there are 8 bones making the wrist joint. There are 8 bones making my wrist joint, and I have a formula. She is too pretty, try to catch her. She is too pretty, try to catch her. All the 8 bones I remember even today because of the memory chain. One more example, we have something called brachial artery in the medical college, and there is a beautiful technique. Remember, Lily loves me. Lily loves me. And there is something called essential amino acids. Remember, I'm giving more examples of medical college because I studied, but you are studying in the commerce college, you are studying in the commerce college examples. You need to develop looking at your textbook. And for example, there is something called essential amino acids. And to remember, I have a formula, and the formula is there are about what is the formula? There's a beautiful formula to remember that. Now, for a long time, I've forgotten that formula. Similarly, my formula is MAT will flee. MAT will flee. Methionine, arginine, tryptophan, etc., etc., etc. It can be used. So, there are only 3 techniques of improving memory. First one is ingenious technique. There are 3 techniques ingenious. The first one is linking. Second one is pegging. And the third one is called
Memory chain.
memory chain. Now I said this is the classification of the classification of the ingenious technique. The second technique of improving memory is called as judicious method. Judicious method. My dear friends, judicious methods are also called as 5 wives, 1 husband theory. My goodness, very dangerous technique. 5 wives, 1 husband, opposite of Pandavas. Oh my goodness, this technique we should never follow. 5 wives, 1 husband. My dear friends, the 5 wives are why,
Where? Where?
where, what, when,
Where?
whom, and
And all.
how. The only husband is how. My dear friends, why, where,
Where?
what, when, whom, how. Very interesting. You know, the judicious methods are like this, like the judges deduce the points of law in the court of law. I repeat, the judges will only work in a judicious method. They only ask questions, and the judges ask questions: why it happened, why, where it happened, when it happened, blah blah blah, how it happened, and they deduce the points of law in the court of law in many many subjects. For example, in many subjects where everything hangs on logic. For example, science subjects, so physics, chemistry, and in many of your commerce subjects, you need to ask questions. Why is this like? Why is this that? And you ask questions, everything will come to you. I'm going to give a very preliminary. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you a very basic example. Why does the lightning come why does the lightning come earlier to thunder? Why does the lightning come earlier to thunder? Immediately people say because speed of light is more than speed of sound. Similarly, I'll ask you a question. Why there is a small gap between two railway tracks? When two tracks are put, there is a small gap because linear expansion of metal during summer. That's why they put a gap. That is why in the winter the train goes on saying guduk, 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 guduk. Why? Because there is a small gap. In the summer it bridges up. In the winter there is a small gap. This is called judicious methods. Third method of improving memory is called as mechanical techniques or methods. Mechanical techniques are by-hearting technique. By-hearting technique. In our textbook, there are many things which we need to simply by heart as second nature to you. There cannot be any delay. Whatever I have in my textbook, certain things I must know by heart for my own efficiency. Things I need to by heart are tables, classification, formula, theorem, poem. I repeat, tables, classifications, formula, theorem, poem, simply to be by hearted. For example, I'm asking a question. How much is 17 into 14? 17 into 14 and 15 into 15. The 15 into 15 is always 215. Huh? Sorry, 225. 15 into 15 is 225. You cannot say 15 into 15 in New York is 224, Japan 226. No, it doesn't change. Whatever that does not change in your study, for example, definitions don't change, classifications don't change, formulas don't change, theorems don't change, tables don't change, poems don't change. Simply by heart them as second nature to you. If the examination is coming in the month of, I repeat, the examination is coming in the month of April, when do you start by hearting the formula? When do you start by hearting the definitions? From the month of February. Oh, and in the examination formula number 1 look like formula number 10 and definition number 4 look like definition number 8. You will be in total confusion. The right technique of by hearting, my dear young friends, is to start from day 1. To start from day 1. Let us imagine this year everything has changed. This year everything has changed. Otherwise, the day 1 for colleges are approximately June, July. So you join the school in June, July. You start studying in the month of June, July. Write down all the tables, all the definitions, all the formulas, all the theorems, and all the classifications in one sheet of paper and paste it on your bedroom wall. Paste it. You know what kind of paper? Chart paper, whatever is available. You take that paper, not chart paper, white paper, and take a thick marker pen. Keep on writing formulas in a small fashion, and keep the first page is over. You can attach a second page, third page, 10th page, like a calendar. You make it like a calendar. You keep on reading those tables and classifications, morning once, evening once, morning once, evening once, right from day one. I repeat, right from day one, you go on reading those formulas, and by the time examination comes, semester examination comes after 6 months, it looks as though you are born with those formulas, you are born with those classifications, and you just need to look at everything in the paper, in the question paper. Everything appears to you as though you know. It appears like jungle, marriage, mango, scissors, blah blah, blah blah, blah blah. Correct? No? Everything you know because you have by hearted it right from day one. So I said three methods of memory development. First one is ingenious technique. Second one is the judicious technique. Third one is mechanical technique. Very good. Now I have the next question for you. I got the next question for you. And let us imagine after listening to Dr. Bharat Chandra, my young friend Abhay, I can see Abhay here. I can see Abhay. Abhay became extremely happy, so he went home and prepared a beautiful timetable. He prepared a beautiful timetable for studying for 4 hours. Studying for 4 hours, he prepared a beautiful timetable, and the timetable making took 6 hours. The end of 6 hours, Abhay said, "Today I'm going to study," and he sat down and started studying. And he studied, let us imagine, for 6 hours. I hope you can see this slide in front of you. And he studied for 6 full hours, amassed so much of knowledge. And then whatever he knows, goes on declining up to the first end of the first day, and up to the seventh day, it goes further down. On the 10th day, it almost comes and touches the bottom line. It almost comes and touches the bottom line. That means if I ask Abhay what after he studies for 6 hours, if I ask him tomorrow, he will tell me about 10 sentences. At the end of 7 days, he will tell me three sentences. At the end of 10th day, Abhay remembers only the heading of the chapter, nothing else. Only heading. All the rest of the things evaporated from my head. Now, this is called the curve of forgetting. This is called the curve of forgetting. Now, how to improve this curve of forgetting? Can anybody help me? How to improve the curve of forgetting? There's only one beautiful technique of improving the curve of forgetting. The technique is read something today, repeat the same thing tomorrow, repeat the same thing 10 days later. I repeat, study something today, repeat the same thing tomorrow, repeat the same thing 10 more days later. By doing this, the curve, the graph remains at the top, and this is the amount of extra knowledge you have for almost the same effort. Same effort. My dear friends, normally what we do, we study something in the month of November, repeat the same thing in January, and repeat the same thing before going to examination. This way is miserable, not a good technique. The super learning technique is today, tomorrow, 10 days later, 1 month later, once again. As I'm saying, study today, tomorrow, 10 days later, my another friend is here. and his name is Ratnakar. He is telling me, Dr. Bharath Chandra, if I study the same thing today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, when am I going to forward in my studies? Am I stuck in the same place again and again? Let me ask you a very beautiful question to all my young friends. If you study something for 4 hours today, I repeat, if you study something for 4 hours today, to study the same thing tomorrow, how much time it will take? Aha, only 1 hour. Only 1 hour. At the end of 1 week, it will take only half an hour. The question is, I'm holding the hand, I'm holding the book in my hand. This I know. This I know. This I know. This I don't know. So that means what? My study goes very fast because I'm reading the same thing on and on. Very good. I have the next question. So, beating the curve of forgetting, use this knowledge to your advantage. I got the next question to all of you. How many hours a day we should study? I'm asking this question to all my students and waiting in the chat box to get the answer. I will get the answer. Waiting for the chat box. How many hours a day you should study? How many hours a day? 1 hour, jada we take, super depending on your capacity, super thick. Now waiting, rest of the people, I think they have done this Bangalore technique, putting the photograph, escape. They must be drinking some pegging or whatever, I don't know. Chawan, 2 hours, 8 hours, 2 hours, 2 hour, mag 4 hours, and I'm just checking. And one of my friend, Om Prakash Rudravar is telling, sir, every day half an hour is more than enough. Rest of the time in Ferguson College Road, sir. My dear friends, now let me tell you how many hours you should study. The minimum number of hours a student should study is 4 hours a day. I repeat, minimum 4 hours a day from day one. I repeat, minimum 4 hours a day from day one. Then let me ask you a question. Normally, when do you join the college? In the month of June, July. When do you come to know that you have joined the college? By about September, you will understand. Oh, now I'm in the college. Until then, it looked like a picnic. Going to college looked like a picnic. New teachers, new students, new classmates, new friends, new toilet, excitement. Can you study in the month of September? No, because Dasara is coming. Diwali is also coming. So he decided to study from after November 20th. After Diwali is over, you decided to study. Can you study anything in the month of Diwali, up in the month of November? No. Christmas vacation is coming. You decide to study from January 1st. January 1st, when you start studying, my dear friends, it looks like one day international. One day international is going on, and then India is in a solid position. One day international, India is in a solid position. 106 runs for no loss in the 38th over. And then Ajit Ranke, what is that? Ajinkya Rahane is playing for a long time. When Ajinkya Rahane is batting, what is he saying? Every time there is a chance to take one run, he says, wait, wait, wait. And then last 15, last 12 overs, you have to score 20 runs, 25 runs per over. Don't you think the same thing is happening to all my student friends? They keep on wasting time for 6 months. At the time of examination, if they don't study for 20 hours a day, it is not possible. So the correct technique is study every day 4 hours. Time of examination, it may come to 5 hours a day. That is all. Unlike what happened, every over means also final overs 7 or 8 runs. So in the case of Ajinkya Rahane, you got the common sense. We have to score minimum 5 runs in a over. But when it comes to me, I don't have the common sense. Very good. Now, how to study for longer time? How to study for longer time? Let us imagine after listening to Dr. Bharat Chandra, my friend, let me see in the chat box who are the people who are there. Let us see in the chat box who are the people answering the question. And mm, after listening to Dr. Bharat Chandra, my friend Deepak Kumar felt extremely motivated. He went home, made a beautiful timetable for studying 4 hours a day. Timetable making took 6 full hours because putting a red line, underline, pasting the timetable on the wall, smiling at it another half an hour like this, and telling the mother, "Mummy, आज मैं 4 घंटा पढ़ेगा." At the end of that time, my friend Deepak Kumar sat in the chair and said, "Today I will study for 4 hours," and sat in the chair. Exactly after 20 minutes after sitting in the chair, the temperature of the chair goes up. 5 more minutes later, impossible to sit at the chair. So he stood up. The moment Deepak Kumar stands up from the chair, can anybody prevent him from going to the toilet? My fundamental, even Arnab Goswami is also telling my fundamental right. So Deepak said, no friend, he said my fundamental, my toilet jayega. And on the way back from toilet, Deepak Kumar passed to the living room where there's the television. Deepak said, only 5 minutes. He went on watching the television. After some time, he looked at the watch, 11:30 in the night. Oh my God! He went to deep sleep. My dear young friends, do you feel the same thing is happening every day? If the answer, be honest, if it is happening every day, you please type yes. Let me see how many of you. No, Om Prakash now taking revenge on me. He said, no, no, no. And Deepak also, no. Let me see how many people say. Be honest, all right? Every time I want to study, that one day international, IPL, sometimes Rishikesh, sometimes. Let rest of the people, I think they pasted the photograph and escape. Why I should listen to Dr. Bharat Chandra? There are better people in Pune. All right. Why Bengaluru people should speak to us? All right. My dear friends, there's only one beautiful technique of being able to study for 4 hours a day, and the technique is called come what may technique. The technique is called come what may technique. The moment I say come what may technique, people say, oh, very good. I will make some slight alteration. Come what November technique does not work. Come what may technique is only one thing works. My name is Deepak. Today I decide to sit in the chair for 4 hours. I sit in the chair. I refuse to get up from the chair until 4 hours are over. Come what may. Somebody may come and say, there is an earthquake in Aurangabad. Don't get up from the chair. Somebody may say, traffic jam in Mumbai. Don't bother. Heavy rains in Bangalore. Don't bother. Why do you want to get up from the chair? Refuse to get up from the chair. Less than 4 hours, don't get up. This beautiful technique works. Huh? I don't know how many lakhs and lakhs of students have taken my workshops. They say, sir, come what my technique worked. I became a chartered accountant. I passed my MCom examination. I have become a professor now because I use this technique to study for 4 hours a day. My next question is, should I study for 7 hours continuous? Let us imagine Om Prakash. Okay, I'm back. Are you able to listen to me?
Yeah, yeah.
See, as usual, speck of electricity suddenly went out. So, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
I'm able. All right. So, my dear friend, my friend Om Prakash Chauhan got extremely motivated, and he went home and made a beautiful timetable. And the timetable is studying for continuous 7 hours, 4 p.m. in the evening to night 11 p.m. Continuously. Continuously studying for 7 hours. Anything wrong? How many people feel this is a wrong technique? How many people feel this is the right technique? If it is right, you write R. If it is wrong, you try type W. Let me see how many people are going to participate. The right. Let me see how many people feel this is right, how many people wrong. Let me know how many people. Oh, W. Everybody is typing W W W W. Very good. Everybody feels the wrong technique. The right technique is study for 1 hour, relax for 10 minutes. I repeat, study for 1 hour, relax for 10 minutes. I'm showing you study for, can you see now? 1 hour studying, 10 minutes relaxation. I repeat again, every 1 hour, give a break of 10 minutes relaxation. That 10 minutes of relaxation does not mean watching the television. If you ever watch television during that 10 minute relaxation, whatever you studied in the last 1 hour goes in the bathroom drain like that. The right technique is study for 1 hour, close your eyes, visualize what you studied for the last 1 hour. It's called super learning technique. Study for 1 hour, 10 minutes, close your eyes, visualize what you studied for the last 1 hour. Very often, many of my students like Om Prakash and then Deepak Kumar, all those people, they go home and they practice my technique. And the mother calls me up, Dr. Bharath Chandra, after listening to your lecture, my son is studying for 10 minutes, relaxing for 1 hour. And she also says, my son told me very clearly, Dr. Bharat Chandra said exactly like this. My dear friends, I repeat again, listen to me very carefully. 1 hour study, 10 minutes relaxation. 10 minutes is meant to close your eyes and visualize what you studied in the examination, what you studied in the textbook. Now I'll ask you a very interesting question. Let me see how many of my friends will reply me. Imagine you are in the examination hall. Imagine there is a question. Imagine you know the answer. Imagine you are in a special state of mind. You know that you know, but you don't know. You know that do. I'm asking the children. When you reach that stage in the examination hall, what is the first thing you do? Now, I think they are using Bangalore technique. Gayab. Close your eyes. Sandeep Pandey. Wonderful. Pratik is telling me, leave the question again, come back after some time. Correct technique. Sandeep is telling me, Pandey, close your eyes and with your eyes closed, what are you doing? You are entering the textbook. Left side में है, right side में है. You are searching. No, with your eyes closed, 10 minutes of relaxation. at your home, what are you doing? You're doing the same thing. Your eyes closed. You're looking at the textbook. The right technique of improving the memory is to study for 10 minutes, study for 1 hour, relax for 10 minutes. Very good. Now let me go forward with the next one. What is the best time for studying? What is the best time for studying? I'm asking this question to all my young friends. And what is the best time for studying? Mornings, night, morning, then morning. Many people are putting morning, night. There's a big fighting going on, tug of war, morning and night. My dear friends, there is nothing like this is the right time to study. Everybody has got what is called as creative hour. For example, I am talking about Dr. Bharat Chandra. For me, nothing happens in the morning. The best time for me is 10 p.m. to 12 in the night. I am very creative. That's the time I design all my workshops. And many of you may be very comfortable in the morning. Some of you may be in the afternoon, etc., etc. And that is the time to study the maximum because that is the creative hour. But normally, what happens in the home, what happens in the house, what happens in the student's home, I'll tell you, most of the students will say they are in the night, they say, I will study in the morning. In the morning, they say, I will study in the night. Both ways, zero. They are like, who's the bowler? They are like Ravindra Jadeja. While batting, I'm a bowler. While bowling, I'm a batsman. Both sides zero. And I wish them good luck. All right. What is my next question? Let me see what is my next question to my young students and my dear friends, morning and night people, and creative hour. How to study difficult subjects. How to study difficult subjects. Many people come with their marks card to me. Dr. Bharat Chandra, look at my marks card. I look at the marks card and I'm giving an example of 12th standard only. I'm giving an example of 10th standard because I don't know what subjects you're studying. Maybe some mercantile law, commerce, banking practice. I don't know the subjects because I'm from a medical college. So I'm giving an example of 10th standard. And the marks card looks like this. Let us imagine my name is Deepak Kumar. Marks card looks like this. Science 79, mathematics 36, and then social studies 86, English 98. Can you see mathematics has come down to 37? And now, how to improve this mathematics? Is there any technique? Any technique? My friend Dr. Lawrence is telling me, yes, there is a technique. In the Pune, there is a Ruby Hall hospital is there. If you go there, there's some special injection available. Injection of mathematics. So, takar! Next morning, you will get 100 marks out of 100 in maths because you're taking injection mathematics. My dear friends, unfortunately, the injection is not available. So you got to improve your study in difficult subjects. From my technique of teaching children for the last 39 years, let me tell you, there's only one beautiful technique of managing a difficult subject, and the technique is called as if principle. It is not as if principal, it is as if principle. For example, many of you, please make a note of it. Whatever subject you don't like, for example, you may not like mercantile. Mercantile law is there in commerce. Mercantile law is there. You don't like that subject. You know what you should do? For the next 4 weeks, imagine, pretend, act that the subject you don't like is a subject you like the most. I repeat, imagine, pretend, act that the subject you don't like is a subject you like the most, and pretend that you like mercantile law. Take the textbook and read it. Spend more time with the mercantile law teacher. And I've got a beautiful suggestion. Make a group of 5 or 6 students. Only boys, huh? Boys, only boys. Girls, only girls. Don't make a mixed group. No study will happen in that. It's only combined study, and what study I don't know. Finally, after a few years, getting married. That's all. So, my dear friend, only boys and boys will form a small group, and out of that 4 or 5 boys, you have made a group. Become a teacher of mercantile life for them. You tell them, tomorrow I am going to teach you chapter number 4 on mercantile law. Teach them. Between teacher and student, who learns more? Now, children are telling, children are learning more. No, no.
Teacher.
Teacher learns more because to teach you 1 hour, he requires extra masala of another 4 hours. His 1 hour lecture is a summary of 4 hours of what he knows. So my
Correct.
suggestion is, as if principal, pretend as though you like you love mercantile law and become a teacher of mercantile law. You'll have a surprise waiting for you. Precisely after 4 or 6 weeks, you will be surprised. You will fall in love with mercantile law. Mercantile law become the subject you like the most. Very good. Now coming to examination fear.
Fear.
Now let us take the example of Deepak. Deepak is my favorite student. Deepak. दीपक इज नाउ कर्सिंग क्यों आज आ गया इधर में चैट बॉक्स में मेरा नाम लिख दिया मुझे ही पकड़ता है पूरा एग्जाम्पल दीपक कुमार इज वेरी इजी टू रिमेम्बर रेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल ओम प्रकाश डिफिकल्ट दीपक कुमार my friend Deepak Kumar, no, 3 months before the examination, Deepak Kumar is very comfortable. 2 months before the examination, Deepak is slightly becoming restless. No sleep is possible. 1 month before the examination, hands or legs are slightly shaking. And then 20 days before the examination, Deepak Kumar is not getting proper sleep. If at all he gets sleep, in that sleep, he is in the examination hall. In that examination hall, I'm talking about the dream. In that examination hall, there is an invigilator. Invigilator is having 2 horns like Rakshas. In his hand, there is one question paper. Top to bottom, whatever he does not know appears. He'll have a tremendous sleep. He wakes up from sleep. After that, no more sleep for the next hours. When he wakes up in the morning, 2 eyes are looking at headlights of the car. And this goes on happening until the examination. Finally, examination happens, and after the examination, Deepak comes to me, Dr. Bharath Chandra, this is my marks card, and I got only 37 out of 100 in mercantile law, and rest of them I got only 50%. Actually, this is not my marks card. This is my neighbor's marks card. There is some problem with the computer in the university. Everybody will feel the same thing. You know why? The what marks you are getting in the examination does not represent your intelligence. Why? You have not done well in the examination because of the examination fear. Now, how to get rid of the examination fear? Then my friend Dr.Lawrence is running now. Immediately he's taking a taxi and going. Ruby Hall Clinic. There's one special injection available. Injection or examination or fear. Tagar! One injection, examination, fear, gone. My dear friend, there's only one beautiful technique of managing examination fear. And the technique is called relaxation. For example, my name is Om Prakash. My name is Super Thick. All right. So what I do is I sit in my chair. I sit in my dining room chair, right, straight back, and I close my eyes, visualize myself as though I am studying well. And then as though examination is 3 months from now, I'm comfortable. As though 2 months before the examination, I'm comfortable. With eyes closed now, and then imagine on the day of the examination, you're going to examination hall, everything in the question paper, you write very well. First subject, you're done well. Second subject, you're done well. And all the six subjects, you're done well. And then you're waiting for the results. The day of the results, you're going, everybody is coming and congratulating you because you got the highest in the university. If you imagine like this every day, your mind will make the necessary adjustments to get rid of the examination fear, and you'll be totally surprised. Your performance, the examination will be beyond your imagination, beyond your expectation. Very, very important relaxation technique. That is why there's a very beautiful saying: people or the students have to pass the examination first in the mind, later in the real examination. Repeat, first you have to pass the examination in your mind, later in the real examination. Now I'm going to slowly start winding down also. Winding my talk because it's already 12:29. Another 3 minutes, and after that, I'm going to give some time for asking me questions, provided the children are still there without escaping. Many people say this is the time, great escape and run. 1.5 घंटा हो गया, कितना टाइम बात करेगा डॉक्टर भरत चंद्र? अरे डॉक्टर, our college told 1 hour, this is 2 hours. Now rapid reading. When I was in the medical college, I was studying for approximately 4 hours a day. Many of my classmates were studying only for 2 hours a day, but always getting more marks than what I was getting. Those days, I was very intelligent, like you. And I told all my other friends, these two people are getting more marks than I'm getting in the examination, though they are studying only 2 hours. You know why? They are regularly paying the teachers on a monthly basis. Now I understand those are the people who can read faster. A normal average person reads about 110 to 150 words per minute. Repeat, a student studies about 110 to 150 words per minute. If you can increase your speed and improve your speed to 300 words per minute, whatever you study for 8 hours becomes 4 hours, and whatever you study for 4 hours becomes 2 hours. That is why many of your classmates are hardly studying. They are found regularly in Ferguson College Road, but still getting more marks than you because they can read faster. Today, I am not going to cover the techniques of reading faster because it will take a longer time. But let me introduce you to one more important thing that children should be doing, and that is improve your listening skills. Can you see my study is nothing but reading, writing, listening. I must improve all the three: reading, writing, listening. For example, what is the right technique of listening? Now, what happens in the classroom, I'll tell you. The teacher comes, teacher goes on talking and talking and talking. First 20 minutes, I'm excited. I don't listen to the teacher because the last period was just over. 10 minutes, I listen to the teacher. Last 20 minutes, I am not at all listening to the teacher because I am waiting for ting, 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 the bell. The moment the bell rings, I'm very happy. Oh my goodness, आज का problem खत्म हो गया. All right. And if you go on studying, if you go on listening to a teacher like this, can you recollect in the examination? Remember, memory comprises of three things: reading, remembering, recalling. Reading, remembering, recalling. Listening, remembering, recalling. If you cannot remember, how can you recall? So the best technique of listening is uh, uh, before the teacher leaves the class, ask the teacher what he or she is going to cover tomorrow. Let us imagine your mercantile law teacher has completed the topic of the day. As he is going out of the classroom, you stop him for a minute. Excuse me, sir. Please tell me what are you going to cover tomorrow? He will tell you, this is the chapter I'm going to cover in the next chapter, next class of mine. Now, what is your job? Go home, read that chapter, which will be covered tomorrow by the teacher before going to class. For example, you are reaching home, let us imagine at 4:30 or 5 after the college, sit down in the dining table, take that book, the particular chapter, go on reading that chapter for the next 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes not required. See the chapters for 10 minutes. This is there. This is there. This is there. This is also there. And I'm going to give you one more beautiful technique. First, this is called Pakistan technique. What is Pakistan technique? Opposite. What is opposite? Go to questions first. Go to the chapter which the teacher said I'll cover. Go to the questions. ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछेगा क्या? Very good. You look at the questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 questions. Then look at the chapter. Then you come to the class. You come to the class tomorrow. Sit down in the class. Listen to the lecture by the same teacher. And then go home. Think what the teacher said. Your effort of studying comes down drastically. Normally, what you do, teacher covers the topic in the month of July. You study in the month of November, and the tuition teacher covers it in the month of December, and nothing you will remember. The right technique is whatever the teacher has covered today, I go home, read the same thing once again in about 20 minutes of time. Beautiful technique. My dear friends, with this, it is already 12:35. I am going to stop speaking. Why? Otherwise, you will have no chance to ask me questions. Now, I will open this forum to ask me some questions and let me know how many people are going to ask questions. If I know the answers, I will answer it. Otherwise, I don't know because I'm unpad admi angota chap hai. I'm just talking. I studied in Kannada medium. I don't know English also. With difficulty, I'm speaking. All right. Okay. Now, one sheet of paper can't decide. Oh, question paper. You're talking about. Now, my dear young friends, let me wait for your questions. In case you have, you don't have any questions, I'll be very happy. I'll tell you, there's one beautiful story I have to tell you. I believe one great teacher was there. One great trainer like me was there, great trainer, Dr. Bharath. He collected 25,000 rupees for a 3 days workshop from all the participants. Thousand participants in Bala Gandharva Hall, full crowd. 25,000 rupees everybody has to pay. First day he came and said, all my friends, participants, do you know what I'm going to speak? All of them said, we don't know. He said, if we don't know what I'm going to speak, what I'll speak, and he went off. First day went off. No, and they lost around 8,000 rupees. Second day, all of them spoke to each other. And then second day, Dr. Bharat came, Bala Gandharva Hall, 9 o'clock in the morning, promptly came and asked, friends, do you know what I'm going to speak today? Half the people said we know, half the people said we don't know. He said, people who know, tell people don't know, he went off. Third day he came, and again you understand everything. Now I am I'm giving an example of how we are able to understand things very fast, very fast. We are able to read everything fast. We don't read faster because not necessary. Suppose you are reading somebody else's mobile. How fast you read it? Chat box? Very fast. Reading your chat box? Very slow. Because if a fellow comes to know the reading, the problem will be there now. So it is a practice. After about 3 or 4 weeks of practice, you can read at 400 words per minute. So for your information, my reading speed is enormous. You give me a book of 350 pages, I will finish it in about 3 hours. Complete. Very good. Now, any other question coming in my way, waiting for the questions. And Deepak Kumar is appreciating my joke. I'm very happy. Huh? He says, nice joke, sir. Very good. All right. No question. My dear friends, it is in fact a challenge to conduct a workshop online. You know why? Because I'm not able to see anybody's face. I'm not, except for Dr. Lawrence, nobody else's face I can see. And whenever Dr. Lawrence is laughing, I'm feeling happy because rest of the people also may be laughing. All right. So very happy. And my dear friends, it was a challenge because I'm not able to see you. Normally, we are accustomed to seeing people in front of us, and when people are nodding the head, body language is there. You can speak a little longer and happier and effectively. Anyway, Dr. Lawrence has given me, Dr. Malli has given me the opportunity. I can see Rumi Mehta from Hong Kong. Can you see that?
Yes,
Rumi
he
is there.
can join you.
Rumi has joined from Hong Kong. Beautiful. He's one of our old
I just
students.
tell you one thing. And
Ah,
for
pardon
your,
me.
and for your information, I am IMRT students, the first inauguration which you did, about
Ah,
14 of them have joined with their children who are attending
ve-
now.
very good, very good. So that
IMRT
was somewhere in 1995, 96.
95.
95. Very good.
Yes.
I'm happy. And
Rumi is Hong Kong.
my
Rumi,
happiness is, people don't forget me. That's one greatness, great thing. People have taken my workshop 20, 30 years back. Still they say, Dr. Bharath, I feel very happy. Oh, they still remember me. I'm a very old teacher and now become old. I'm now forgetting also. Now that's why
Kirti,
Rohan.
Kirti Satpute was also on the line.
Oh, Kirti.
Yes.
Oh, very good, very good. Excellent. And oh, Kirti, and remember, very, very important session we undergone today. Use my technique. Go to my website, drbharatchandra.com. Lot more details are there. I got one more suggestion. My YouTube channel is there, Dr. Bharat Chandra Institute, BHARATH, Bharat Chandra Institute. There are a lot of small videos on time management, personality development, and then relationships, etc. Lot of them on stock market, but lot of them on time management, etc. All my student friends, I'm requesting, please go to my YouTube channel and go through some of the videos that can change your life. With this, I'm going to stop and I will give my charge to Dr. Lawrence so that he can continue.
Yeah, thank you, Bharat Chandra sir. Very absorbing, very inspiring. And on behalf of Principal Mali, I would like to make a request and announce to the students and faculty who are viewing this. Dr. Bharat Chandra is not only an expert in this, but is an expert in advising on finance, savings, and investments. And fortunately, National Insurance Academy students will benefit from him. Mali sir last night spoke that when the things are, now this is the new normal. When the old normal we start, Mali sir may come to the NIA campus and also here to our college, and let this be a beginning. Let it be not a uh, 1 hour, 2 hour session. Let be a rapid relationship building, not like rapid reading. Let us continue. See Bharat Chandra's doctor's YouTubes and keep on. He's online. He's conducting many workshops, both on insurance, savings, financial investments. as well as success, personality development, and uh, pegging workshop there for I think about 2 weeks. Linking, pegging, etc. Can you elaborate on that? How many weeks it will be, or how many
And
duration?
now, of course, nowadays we are more active on other topics like time management and goal setting workshops, and activating the subconscious mind workshops, and then workshops on investments, etc. And memory workshops, because the students are not at all going to college, we have stopped all that. But anyway, on request, it can be designed and delivered. And most important thing is that it is a challenge to conduct. And one more thing, I just want to know, I hope the children are still there. If you are benefited from this workshop, I want all of you to put one sentence regarding what benefit you got from today's webinar. All these young students, please type what is the benefit you got by attending today's webinar in one sentence. All right. Again, Om Prakash is there, very active, very informative, waiting. And Deepak Kumar must have been very angry with me. He is not typing anything. And super thick, some of them are missing. They have to photograph and they must have escaped. And it was wonderful. And back to Professor Lawrence.
Yes, we will give you the feedback. We'll make an exercise, collect the feedback, and give it to you, sir. Mali, sir, you got anything to say to Dr. Bharath?
No, nothing, sir. We will meet in person now. We'll invite him in Pune, sir.
I'm an old man now. Walking stick and all that is required.
Yeah. No, we must place on record once again, though the vote of thanks is done. But just only once I requested him and I said, I'm going to do this. And I never even took his permission for collaboration, nothing. But he said, go ahead. Sir, thank you for your magnanimous things and thank you for
sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
National Insurance Academy, your organization, winners, and the Foresight College. This trio will going beyond the, and we will have more such sessions. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pandey, sir, for everything.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
Pandey sir was the anchor. We'll give him a hand for him.
Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of my staff, I thank Professor Archana Muske Madam, Professor Shilpa Kade, and Professor Pranali Suryavanshi for all the things. Initially, there was some hiccup, but I don't know why. And in Bangalore, if lights go off, here power goes off, many things goes off. So anyway, it was a very wonderful observing session. And I was a student of Dr. Bharat Chandra in 90s. And today I felt that I was sitting in the Tilak Smarak Mandir hall and the same experience and feeling I felt. So for a lifetime is our Guru. So Guruji, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Smali sir, thank you.